If anybody shows up, let's see if I can remember how to do all this stuff. Hello, hello, anybody there? Anybody there? Somebody's. Okay. The rain is starting. See if anybody shows up. Let's see if I can remember how to do all this stuff. Hello, hello, anybody there? Anybody there? Somebody's.
Hi.
Okay. Who's that?
Yes, I got it. Jesse Clark.
Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Good to see you.
Hi, nice to see you.
And Josh. Somehow, this is playing back the first couple minutes. Well, hopefully that'll be over shortly. Josh. Josh is here. Heidi. Heidi. Where's your beautiful picture? There you are.
There I am. I'm going to be muted most of the time because kids are doing stuff.
Yeah, I get that. I know how that works. Hello, anybody there? Oh. Anybody there? I do not know why that is recording, why that is playing back. But we'll give everybody a couple minutes to show up.
Hi.
Okay. Who's that?
Yes, I got it. Jesse Clark.
Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Good to see you.
Hi.
This is so weird.
Josh.
Somehow, this is playing back the first couple minutes. Well, hopefully. Okay, there we go. That's better. Who's the pretty girl in the background, Heidi?
That is Samantha, my youngest daughter.
And how old are you, Samantha?
11.
11. Where do you go to school? Have to think about that?
Lloyd T-Bins.
Where?
Lloyd T-Bins.
What town is that in, or county?
Culpeper.
Wow. You live way out there, huh?
Which is why this is a blessing because I don't have to commute in.
Yeah, tell me about it. I have never taught summer school before, and the prospect of driving an hour, since I live in Alexandria, and lecturing for 2 hours a day, 4 times a week is a non-starter for me. So, okay, Josh has added remote desktop. Go, Josh. All right. Well, we might as well get started. Oh, Josh, you can't hear anything. Josh, are you still soundless? One thing that you can do is you can type questions into the right sidebar if you're not getting audio or video. And I will try to remember to look over there. So, okay, the first question. You guys are, you're still in the class, so that's a good sign. It's been a whole week. Are you totally lost, or are you more or less with it?
Have you posted for the second topic, a video?
No, I have not.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
And the reason why is because there was too much on that video that was specific to the school year, and so instead I sent that email out that basically had all the information in it.
Okay.
Where do you live? Where do you live, Jesse?
I live in Fredericksburg on 17.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
If nothing happens, I'll call somebody tomorrow. Poor Josh. Sorry, Josh. How's the class going for you? So Heidi, I'm just shocked with the number of dependents that you have even 5 spare minutes to devote to this class.
I'm actually really lucky. All of my kids are actually very well behaved, and they help with the chores. And Samantha's back. They're really supportive of Mom going back to school.
Good.
Really awesome.
Yeah, my kids are less supportive. My 21-year-old was a little peeved when I suggested that he could move his video game out of this room, and he said, you know, why, what's the problem? I said, you're going to be distracting to me at least. Okay, let's see. Josh is still there, but I don't think he can hear us. So Jesse, you're okay besides the missing video?
Yeah, I think I finally have figured it all out.
Good.
It took me a little bit because it felt like there were like so many little pieces, and I'm not used to Twitter, but I think it's going okay.
Good. There are a bunch of pieces, but after a while they sort of fit in regular places. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at the groups here. And Jesse, have you guys managed to connect up with the people, your teammates, for this project for this week?
Not yet. Do you think the email's the easiest, like getting it off of Canvas, or?
You know, you might try Twitter, because everybody is supposed to be on Twitter. Oh, we have a new visitor, and that is Chad. Hey, Chad, welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Glad you made it.
Glad I could be here.
You know, or you can use email, but I would do it sooner rather than later.
Okay.
And Heidi got a special person. I made random assignments, and I chose somebody who appears to need a little motherly help. And I thought that Heidi would be great at that. Obviously, she's good at that. But anyway, if you can't reach your person in a couple of days, let me know, and I will reach out to them for you. Okay? 'Cause you don't want this to go on too far. Chad, you already have a partner, right?
Yes, sir. I found Facebook to be really helpful when contacting my partner. So,
Oh, cool. That's a good idea.
yeah, we've been talking over Facebook a lot.
Good.
To know each other better.
Okay, well, let me talk a little bit about this assignment. See if I can find my notes. Not there. Not there. Is it raining where you guys are? It just started pouring down here.
A lot of thunder, but...
Okay.
Yet.
Topic 2 on supply and demand is both really important and also a challenge to learn. But like riding a bike, once you get it, you'll remember it forever, which is a good thing. What you need to be able to do is to analyze a market situation. What that means is I give you a scenario that starts from an initial equilibrium. Something happens to disturb the equilibrium, and then you have to figure out what the outcome is going to be. All right? It could be something like this. How has Memorial Day affected the market for gasoline? What would you say about that? You have to know a little something about Memorial Day and the bigger picture. Anybody?
Sales of gas went up.
Why?
Because people travel more on Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day is the beginning of the summer officially, and people tend to drive more in the summer. And so the way we would show that is an increase in demand for gasoline, or a rightward shift in the graph, if you will. And as a result of the increase of the rightward shift in demand, the equilibrium price is going to go up because of more people are trying to get the same amount of gas. And the equilibrium quantity is also going to go up because more people are trying to get gas. So that's really it in a nutshell. You need to be able to draw the graph, because the graph is really going to tell you what the answer is. It's actually fairly easy to get confused working on your own without the graph. And so drawing the graphs correctly is really important. All right. So what I do in the problems that I sent you all is I give you half a dozen examples that you have to kind of work through and figure it out. Do you more or less understand what I'm asking?
Yeah.
Excuse me, for these questions, are these just like examples, or do you want us to also come up with a situation where if we'd have to solve it?
No, I give you the scenarios.
Okay, so those are scenarios
You just have to solve them.
Okay.
And you can work with your partner however you want to. I mean, you can divide them up, but however you do it, it's kind of important that you get back together and compare notes, because the reason why I gave you a bunch is so that eventually, once you figure them all out, you should know how to do this stuff.
Okay.
And that's the 4 examples that you sent, or the 5 examples on the analyze market.
That is it. Yes. Okay, so figure out what the graph should look like, draw the graph, and then let the graph tell you what the answer is going to be. And then when you get done with the graph telling you what the answer should be, you have to kind of take a step back and say, does that make sense to me? And if it doesn't, then maybe you drew the graph wrong. Yes, Heidi. You need to show me the graph. You could use some fancy schmancy, S-C-H, Mancy, graphing software. Don't panic, Heidi. Don't panic. You have children to work with you. Or you could draw it by hand and scan it in and email it with your paper. Or you could use carrier pigeon, or whatever. My E key sticks. Whatever technology works for you to get it to me. All right, so we lost Josh. Oh, Will is here. Will, can you hear us, Will? Will is here, but he has no camera working, and he is apparently muted. Will, any Will? Hey, Will, can you hear me? Heidi, tell your kids they can have dinner. They can eat tomorrow. They don't have to eat tonight. It's not necessary.
Oh, they ate already. They would start eating each other if I didn't feed them. No, that was summoning the
good.
Ginger Ninja.
I saw that.
My 18-year-old is actually watching. She's refusing to step into frame, but She's, but yeah, she's looking.
That is not an 18-year-old. Well, it could be an 18-year-old cat.
No, it's not. Hold on, let me. No, she ran. Now she's gone.
Ginger Ninja.
That's funny.
Ninja.
Okay, what questions do you guys have about anything? Nature of the universe, the meaning of life, what is economics? I guess Will can't hear me.
Give me a moment. I'll think of some questions for you.
Well, it's okay. I mean, it's not required that you talk. I'm just you know, trying to give you the opportunity here.
Well, I'm trying to think of good questions. I don't want to waste your time or anything.
Oh boy, somebody's calling to ask me for money. Fix them. How's the book, by the way?
I think the book's great. It reads really easily. It's very straightforward.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good choice. And it's free, so...
I thought you would like that part.
Yeah.
Heidi?
For college students.
Oh, are we going to have to learn about all the alternatives to economic thinking? You mean like sociological thinking? Or do you mean alternatives to the market system, aka capitalism? Well, all of the above, really. Okay. I get in trouble when I try to teach sociology without a license, though often a lot of history comes into what I have to say because I don't think you can really understand much of the world without history. We are going to talk about alternatives to the market system beginning in topic 3, I think it is. So that's right around the corner. And I have another free resource for you. The best book that I know of that talks about that in a kind of a holistic way is Haberner's Making of Economic Society. There are a million editions of it out there, but I did find a PDF version of Chapter 1 that is on our list of readings. If you click the link and you say the magic word as a password, you can get in. I don't want to actually say the word because this is public, and then everybody and their uncle could get in here, but let me send everybody a copy of that. Let me just punch up my email here for a sec. Oh, I know what I can do. 201, there we go. Reply all. Password for the reading. Okay. I just sent it to you. Here we go. Via email. It'll be there when you're ready. Okay, so I guess we've identified who the good kids are, the ones who sit at the front of the class.
I try.
I think it's
Excellent.
mostly because I have horrible vision. That's why I sit at the front.
Yeah. Oh, you're drinking Coke?
Yes, I am. It's delicious.
Now, our campus is strictly a Pepsi campus.
I've realized that. It's a little bit unfortunate.
About 15 years ago, we gave an exclusive contract to Pepsi, and they paid us some whoppingly huge sum of money, us meaning the college, like $10,000, and then they immediately raised the price of the sodas by 50% and made it up in the first month or something. So.
Well, that's economics in action then.
That it is. Okay, well, I don't want to take up all your guys' time if you have nothing more to ask.
Just to double check, what day are the questions due? Like the partner questions, are they due Friday?
When did I say they were due?
I think.
I can't remember.
Oh, what you can always do. This is always since the website can be a little confusing at times. What you can always do is, if you click on the blue button that says Upcoming Assignments, that's always correct. Okay?
Okay. I've noticed that some stuff is like talking about like in the fall. It's like hard to see which ones are actually up to date.
Okay. So this says, oh, it doesn't say. No wonder you guys are confused. Okay, let me do it this way. When would you like it to be due? I would say, I mean, my suggestion is before next Tuesday, so that we can talk about it in the Hangout next week. Hey, Katie.
Hey. Glad
you could join us.
Yeah, my internet went down because of the storm.
Yeah, don't you hate that? So how about Monday? No, you guys have, no, that's right, you don't have an essay. Let's make it Monday. Would that work for you?
Okay.
And that way we can sort of go over it on the Hangout next week.
Hi, Katie. I'm your partner.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, we'll do Monday.
I think you guys will be a good team.
Oh, good. Do you want to contact me on Twitter, or do you want me to contact you on Twitter, or how do you want to?
I'll contact you on Twitter after this.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Katie, do you have any questions about the class? Is it going okay for you?
Yeah, it's going fine for me so far. I took micro last semester, so a lot of this is really familiar still.
So you're a ringer then. Jesse, you're in luck. She probably is all over this assignment.
Me a good partner. Yeah. Thank you.
It is kind of weird taking macro and micro at the same time, because so far they're very similar.
Yeah, well, that's gonna change really fast. Actually, in another week or so, we're gonna kind of split. We're gonna split up, but sort of operate in parallel. And from time to time, there will be things that are similar in one class and the other.
Because they both deal with like scarcity.
They do.
Then it splits into levels, I think.
Right. Macro is going to be kind of the big picture, and micro is down in the weeds, the details and stuff like that.
Okay. Be interesting.
Katie, where do you live?
I live in Haymarket, which is right outside of Manassas.
Yeah, I know where Haymarket is.
Yeah.
Route 66 and Gainesville.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know where it is. I'm just like, well, there was kind of two major battles fought here, but no big deal.
Well, I've spent a lot of time at the Scout reservation there, so I know Haymarket. So, okay. Well, if nobody has any questions, I guess we'll call it a night, and we'll do this again next week. What will happen is this will get archived automatically. And I'll post the link so that, you know, if you want to come back and look it over, or anybody else wants to look it over, it'll be available. And especially when we start going over things, it'll be more exciting than just listening to me talk.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, have a good night.
Yes.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.